Oh my god, he just ran in.
What is up, everybody? Okay, totally different setup here. I'm trying something out different. So it's going to be a little bit of an adjustment for me. Usually my camera is set up above my monitor, but I set it up over here for this draw stream just to try it out, just to give a better angle. So it's a little weird because I'm staring at something that I don't normally stare at. Really odd. I don't know if I'm going to like the lighting on this when I look back at it later. But who cares? It's Friday. Is it Friday? It's Friday. And I'm streaming. We're doing a master study like I'd mentioned yesterday. But I am so excited because we are on the cusp of 500 subscribers, people. I was not even prepared for this. And when I was setting up the stream this morning, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is pretty awesome. I wish I was a little bit more prepared. But we're at 499, and can we get to 500 today while I stream? That would be totally amazing. I don't have any celebration other than some weird sound clips, but that's another reason why I didn't put any normal comic book trailers at the beginning here. And I just put that Leroy Jenkins, here's looking at you, Comrade Sammy, that Leroy Jenkins clip, because that's kind of how I feel. I'm just going to run in there and just start swinging, and maybe that will tick to 500 today. So that is really, really, really exciting. A lot of build up to this moment, sort of, over the course of when I started this stream. So yeah, I mean, it's not going to be the official like, oh, and then all of a sudden the floodgates open up. But 500, holy cow, we're going to hit that mark and then, keep building off of that. So I'm really, really excited. That's why I put it in the thumbnail. That's why I put it in the description or the title. 500, that's I posted it on X. Can we get to that today? That would be amazing. And I don't want to get there any cheater way. I want to get there with somebody new saying, hey, this is kind of cool. I want to subscribe. I want to subscribe to who? Me, this guy. My name is Rocky Ballesteros, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to this stream, my third stream of the day. Today is a Master Study stream, which for you regulars, all my friends in the chat, it is a time for me to look at a master artist, comic book artist, take a look at their page, dissect it, and try and reproduce it from scratch, like from pencils all the way to inks. And I've done quite a few of master studies already. I think I've done 5 already. Mike Zeck, Michael Golden, Will Eisner, Mobius, Barry Windsor Smith, and now I'm smack dab in the middle of a Jim STERANKO master study page from Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Really fun page. If this is your first time here on my channel, go check out. I have a playlist for all the master studies, and it's just a fun time of what my brain is thinking of when I'm looking at these pages, how I dissect it, and just trying to learn from the masters of how did they figure this stuff out? What are the techniques they use? And at the same time, I'm also practicing myself, just kind of putting in the reps to build myself up as a comic book artist, an independent comic book artist myself, and using the tools. How would I do it? Inking, penciling, laying out the page, all that kind of stuff. Even photocopying, blue lining, all that jazz. Just a whole work in progress. At the same time, conversing with you fine folk and just talking about comics and just stuff that I love. So I'm so excited right now. Can you tell? I'm pretty jazzed. Whether or not we will get to 500, who knows? Maybe our subscriber count will go down after people see this. Possibly. But not as long as this person's here. Wait, hold on. See, so this is all different. Like now this thing is floating in front of my face. A little different. Comrade Sammy, Chat Ninja, first in chat. If we get to 500, how appropriate is it that the Chat Ninja is here, first in chat? Welcome, welcome. Good morning to you. And then Emo Trash right behind her. Once again, popping up literally as I'm writing about you. That's weird. That's weird. But Emo Trash says, should start a second essay about you to keep this ability to sum you at will. It's like rubbing a lamp. You write an essay and I appear. I'm a genie. I'm a YouTube genie for you, Emo Trash. What is up, my brother Shanthan Jetty Art? I'd say Shanth is probably 200% to blame for all of this nonsense. My old friend from over 30 years, a YouTube master himself, a comic book master himself. If you haven't already, subscribe to Shanthan Jetty Art. It's a YouTube channel. It does some fun stuff. Incredible artist, one of my closest friends, and just such an inspiration and a encouragement, and just a buddy of mine. So, and also a wizard published artist. Right, Shanth? Yeah, we're not at 500 yet. Not that I can see. Am I just going to keep refreshing this every day? I think it would be depressing. Holy moly. Does it say 500 for you guys? It says 500 to me. Now that's got to be a joke. One of you guys started a new... What are the chances that somebody subscribes right now? Come on. Is that for reals? Is that for reals? I'm just hitting all the buttons here. Did we hit 500, everybody? Congratulations. Now let's see how long we can hold that 500 line. 500. Wow, I don't even know what to say. I'll steal some lines from our recently modded Jeffrey Beats in the chat from Australia. I'd like to thank the Academy. I'd like to thank all the little people that I've climbed on top of to try and get to this spot. Wow, that's cool, guys. Are we really at 500? I don't believe it. I'm going to keep refreshing and see. It says 500 to me. That is weird. That was anticlimactic. I can end the stream right now. Like, forget this Master SETI. We did it, folks. We did it. That's amazing. That is amazing. Thank you, Shanth. We've been waiting for this day. Emotrash says, of course the Wi-Fi quits as soon as I get in here as well. Oh, man. Come on back. Get on a landline. Get on the Ethernet, Emotrash. Mark's Music Obsession. What up, Mark? Mark, it seems like we reached 500. And unless that was you starting another shadow account to give me that one extra push. How about that, Mark? We hit it. We hit the 500 mark. That is bananas. And all thanks to you guys. Mark's Music Obsession has been a great supporter of my channel and a fun dude to get to know over the course of a year-ish, Mark, would we say? He's representing Florida, East Coast. It's awesome. Good to see you, Mark's Music Obsession. What a good dude. Did you reach 500? Maybe. I think so. It looks like it. You can never trust YouTube. Sometimes there's discrepancies between my phone and the desktop and another desktop. So it's like, how are things refreshing? Who knows? But we're just going to keep monitoring it as the day goes. Today, oh, and I forgot to say, I talked about this yesterday. I'm going to call this section, we're going to work on this. Hey, we're at 500. We got to be better. We've got to be more professional, people. So I'm working on this. This is temporary, but hey, I'm going to call this section, Boom, hashtag shooting the fat. We're going to keep that little title there. That's what this section's going to be called. Who knows? It might become a permanent part of my streams. Shooting the fat. Yeah. We don't chew the fat here. We don't shoot the breeze. We shoot the fat on Rocky Ballesteros' channel. Comrade Sammy says, my screen still says $4.99. Yeah, who knows? But you could have said that 20 minutes ago because it does take me 20 minutes to get to everybody's chat. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to keep refreshing. Shanth says you have it. I think it's because Shanth finally subscribed. That's probably it, right, Shanth? Like, Shanth was not subscribed this whole time. It still says 500 to me. I'm just going to believe that. Refresh. I did. Says 500. So excited. Rocky moved his camera. I did. Why? I don't know. Because when I draw, I don't know. Give me a little bit better angle. See, you can see the old iPhone camera here. Oop, focus. This is what I use to... Here, I'll show you guys. This is what I use to... Yeah. Right here is what I use to film my overhead. And I just hated the way that the corner box looked when I was drawing and my head would be like cut off. So I'm just trying something out. Ideally, it would be cool if I get it a little higher, but I don't have the stands set up to do that yet. So I'm just figuring things out. Remember, I did a couple streams. I had the shrimp view, the shrimp position view, and that was like looking over here. I'll just, it's just fun. We can do that. We got the permission to do that. 500 subscribers tells me I'm allowed to do that. Refresh, like Shanth said, Rocky. Yep. I never listen. That's how. I did. We're there, people. We're there. Ready for my paid membership. I don't know how it works, Mark. I think I still have to get the watch hours up not to keep baiting people, but I do have to get the watch hours up. I don't know what I'm at. What are you going to tell me, YouTube Studio? Okay. Refresh on YouTube Studio. Oh, what the heck? That's cool. It says, I mean, there was like a little meter that says, you know, how many subscribers you have up to 500, and I could always see it ticking up. It's now disappeared, which means I got it. So now I have to get either 3,000 public watch hours, not to give you guys too much of the like under the curtain, but 3,000 public watch hours, and I'm at 2,432. I don't know how fast that ticks. It ticks up pretty fast. So we're close on that. And I think with the more subscribers, it helps. And then it says 3 million shorts views, and I only have 11,000. So that one ain't happening. But the public watch hours, it's either or. Either you have 3,000 public watch hours or 3 million shorts views for those people who really focus on YouTube shorts. I don't. I just do the my 15-second comic clips, which are fun, but I don't have enough views on those to get me anywhere near 3 million. So we're close on the public watch hours. But yeah, it's kind of awesome that 500 subscriber meter disappeared. That's pretty cool. Nice. But yes, Mark, as soon as we get to that point of paid memberships, you're first in line, man. You've called it so early, and I will gladly give you the honor of being my first paid membership. That would be amazing. I'd feel a little weird about it too, but hey, we're doing it. My internet is only able to handle Rocky at 360p. Ugh, gross. That's unacceptable, emo. Make 3 for me, Sean Bancroft, and now Rocky. Wow. You're amazing, Mark. When do you guys think he'll discover you reach 500 next year? 2 years? Comments are behind the chat feed with this setup. Yes. I'm just always behind. I really am behind. And there is a slight delay from what... There's a slight delay in the broadcast. So... But that doesn't make sense because I'm even more delayed. So I think the delay is just me. It's just me. It has nothing to do with Wi-Fi, streaming, bandwidth. Has everything to do with me. Wait, I lost my shooting the fat. I'm going to make this show in all scenes. So then if I switch here, I'm still shooting the fat. There we go. We'll go back here. All right. You don't have Ethernet. Well, dang it. Probably wouldn't help given the fact it's company digging around and screwing with the cables. I feel like I should... Comrade Sammy says, I feel like I should be better dressed for Rocky reaching 500. Yet here I am in my sweatpants and a hoodie. You know what? That is the dress code for... That's the dress code for my stream. Because I'm at home, working at home most of the time, I've had conversations with my wife. She loves, she goes to her office, and, she loves dressing up and shopping and all that kind of stuff. I hate it. I really hate. It's totally, clothes shopping for me is very utilitarian. It's like, I just need to cover my body, stay warm, protect myself from the sun. Pretty much that's it. Hide the dad bod. So yeah, my dress code is like hoodies for sure, and t-shirts, fun t-shirts. This was a 40 years of celebrating Star Wars when I got to go to my one and only Star Wars celebration many moons ago. But it was cool that they hand screen printed this shirt on site. So you basically pick the shirt and say, I want this pattern, and it's actually held up really well. But yeah, I just wear like nerdy shirts and hoodies and pants and jeans. That's it. That's the dress code for this. But now that we're at 500, I think I have to require everybody to like wear a suit and tie, and at least a 2-color combination. Maybe that might be it. Things are changing here. We got to spruce it up. We got to spruce it up. Still says 500. Glad I didn't leave for the beach. Was just about to leave. Oh, that's awesome. Beautiful day. I bet, Mark. We have a beautiful day here. Yes, I did say that 20 minutes ago, which is 40 minutes ago now. Just put the comments top left and it would be cool. Top left. Oh, here. Behind my head? Yeah, I guess. I don't know, like floating in my head. It's weird. I kind of like that I'm looking towards, like eye direction towards the comment. I don't know, I'll mess it around. That whole shooting the fat, this camera angle, all last minute. So I'm going to mess around with it. We're going to get serious here. I promise you. We're not. Rocky has hashtags on his screen now too. That's right. That's right. You're buffering emo trash. Hopefully. Oh man. This video is on my Facebook, but not YouTube yet. Was Pelican Fest this morning? Pelican Fest. What in the heck is Pelican Fest? All right, I'm gonna look at it. Because this is what we do in shooting the fat. This is what we do. Oh gosh, that is a horrible. Oh, weird. Huh. Why did that show up like that? That is so weird. Relocate them top left when you show them to right. That is a weird image, Mark. I wonder, is that because... I bet you that's because of... Oh! I bet you it's because you're watching it on your TV. There's some sort of different formatting that I'm not aware of that's outside of YouTube. Or they format it differently. So I guess you're seeing... That's probably why you're seeing the live chat go on that right side, that right column. And then when I put the chat on screen, which I have control of, or like a comment on screen, that's totally separate. Oh, so I see. That's why you're saying put it on the left side. All right, let's try it. We can do that. So I move it here, like over here. All right, we'll try it. We'll try it to accommodate the people watching it on TV, which it might just be you, Mark. It might just be you. Let me put it here. Whoops. Oh, that disappeared. All right, let's keep going. Maybe now I'll just settle. We've taken off auto quality and just set it lower. Yeah, maybe. John, what's up, John? John.
He goes, what's your name? He goes, John.
John, we hit 500 subscribers. Can you believe that nonsense? Can you believe that nonsense? We're at 500. Unbelievable. Maybe if we all rewatch the old streams, we can get him the watch hours he needs. Maybe. Do it. Do it. I'm all for that. We're gaming the system. Always on recruiting watch, John is. Of course you are. Good seeing John. Rocky delete. I meant the comments appear behind the chat feed. Read like that when you show them, Rocky. Yes. Got you, Mark. I just figured that out. And that is a horrible, horrible image. An artist who's not into aesthetic? Timmy Mello, guess what? Timmy Mello.
And the Guardians are headed to October.
I'm glad to have you here because we hit 500, Timmy Mello, and you're a part of that too. Welcome, welcome. It's going to be the all new Rocky. It really isn't. I'm just moving things around. I'm just like bumping things around in the room and calling it new. But so good to see you, Mark. And sorry, I just read Mark's comment. So good to see you, Timmy Mello. You hear that, gentlemen? You're required to wear a suit for Rocky today. That's right. Not me, though. I refuse to dress up. Shooting the fats. That's a strong stance, but I respect it, Rocky.
It's actually a really good sculpt.
I hope I don't offend anybody by saying I'm shooting the fat. That is not making a commentary on any one of you guys whatsoever, or myself. That is making a comment. That is owning my combination of phrases, my incorrect recollection of common phrases. So shooting the fat, that's where we are. What's up, Jay Ryan? Congrats on the 500. Thank you, sir. I'm so excited. I don't even know what to do with myself right now. I just keep refreshing. We're still at 500. That's amazing. That is amazing. Anywhere left would be cool. Don't mean to cause an issue, Rocky. No problem, Mark. Hey, I'm here to cater to my friends here, cater to the chat, because if you guys aren't happy with how things are working out, how can subscriber number 501 be happy? Rocky, can you reverse your feed? Then you'd be looking at the comments that are now behind your head. So I can't. I mean, I could, but then that's the problem we have. I can't reverse what Mark is seeing on his TV, because that's in the app. I don't know what app or what kind of TV or streaming TV you're using, Mark. Apple TV, maybe. I'm not sure if you're an Apple dude. But however that app is processing the live YouTube comments, it's placing it on here. It's like running here according to Mark's screenshot. So I don't know if Mark, you yourself can adjust it in the app. But what happens is when I put somebody's comment on the screen, the running live chat is on top of it. So it's kind of messy. I mean, I could, you know what? I could be normal and I could put it down at the bottom like most people do. I could do that. Maybe that's better. A little better. But then, yeah, we'll try that. I don't know. I don't like it so low there. We'll try that. Who knows? We can do whatever the heck we want, people. Now I'm going to be shooting the fat over here. There we go. Then it looks like I'm talking about myself shooting the fat. Oh, whatever. All right, let's see. Fat shaming. That's right. Unintended fat shaming. Pinches flabby gut. Well then. I think I'm going to make it a thing. Hashtag shooting the fat. I got to do something special for that, like more special. So yeah. Rocky heavily implied that some of you are fat. Everybody down. I'm going to lose subscribers. It's an Apple TV thing. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I don't watch YouTube that much on Apple TV. I just watch it more on my computer or my phone. So I don't know what the things that you can do to adjust chat comments, if you can move the place or whatever. Reverse your image? I don't want to do that. I do not want to do that. Katie, what's up, Katie? Katie.
Say cup of tea.
Cup of tea.
No. A cup of tea.
Hooray, cup of tea for 500 subscribers, Katie. I'm going to refresh again just to make sure, 500. And then if it goes down, I'm not going to tell you guys. I'm just going to say it's still 500 for me, even though it's like 498. No, it's still 500. So very, very exciting. Rocky shooting the fat with a mirror. That actually works. Oh my goodness. All right, cool. I think I caught up finally. Where are we at? Yeah, that's about it. Usually takes me that long of a time to catch up. So what are we going to do? It is a master study. We're going to do a master study. Do you see this ink blop here? Some ink mistake. Initially, I thought that maybe I would work on some of these middle panels today, but you know what? Dang it. We're going to go here. I'm going to start on this big panel. I want to start tackling this big panel. Here's the original, or a printout of a nicer scan of the original. And this will help me as I'm working on this. But yeah, I'm going to work on this guy because I really want to tackle this. I want to make a dent on this panel. And then probably some of these panels, I was thinking of this at the end of the last time we had a master study stream. I was thinking I was probably going to work on these off stream. I'm not sure. These are more like technical, ruler, probably tech pens kind of things. Not that exciting. I do really am excited about these two panels. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But we finished last stream. We finished all these panels. I haven't drawn the borders yet. I like to wait till the end because it gives me this nice like it's all done when all the panels are done, and then I draw the borders. So I haven't done that yet. But yeah, at least we finished inking all these panels down here. Finished inking this one panel here. And then today I'm going to work on this top panel here. Super exciting. Let's see at this angle. Oh wait, I'm going to take out shooting the fat. We're not shooting at the fat anymore. We're serious now. At this angle, let's see if I'm like drawing. At least you can see me a little better. It's not the most perfect. I can turn it a little bit. We'll see. We'll play around with it. It might not work out. It might be weird and awkward, but we'll try it. Hashtag mirror the fat. Yeah, maybe. There'll be no lowering the bar in this stream. Absolutely not. Are we focused? Why is it slightly out of focusing me? Oh, there we go. All right. That was a very awesome one. Punny of me. Awesome one. Maybe he'll swing in here and start throwing the puns. Him and Cranberry Langers. Yeah, where is Cranberry? Cranberry's easy in there. All right, so what am I going to do? Okay, let me move this. Let me move my stuff. We're going to start our crazy music again, just because. And, oh wait, I need to get some ink going. Why are you? There's something about this distance that is making the focus like not be happy. Man, I can't wait till I get to the point where I can afford a few nicer technical components for streaming. And one of them will be an overhead camera that I can manually focus. And right now I can't, so that's why sometimes that flies in and out of focus. So I'm just gonna lower the music in my ears. Hopefully that's not too loud. Let me know if the music sounds too crazy loud to you guys. I wish I could pick different music, but then that takes time. I didn't sit down and figure it out. Here's my very, 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 very wide opening for my ink bottle. Very dangerous. And just to recap, I am using Speedball Super Black India ink. It's been working great so far. And then I eyedropper that into just a little whatever container, so that I'm not dipping into the ink bottle itself. It's like a little ceramic thingamajigger. And then I'm using a Winsor Newton Series 7 2 brush for most of these inks on top of pit pens. Here's my Winsor Newton 2 Series 7, my weapon of choice. Look how beautiful that tip is when it's first loaded up. It is moving in and out of focus. I don't like that, and I don't know why it is. Rocky wants a camera that can focus more than he can. Nice. He said we were serious. Now we're never serious here. That's right. Lower the boom, not the bar. Paid memberships will help with the gear for streams. See, the 500 thing is a big deal. It is. It really is. And it will be great. Just to kind of, yeah, help build things. Man, stop. Let me just, sorry, that just stopped. Okay, why did you do that? Okay. Like, what are you focusing on? Oh, maybe it's that paper? That is really weird. I was doing this like 2 seconds ago. Alright, sorry guys. Let me see if I can get this to stabilize a little bit. Oh, I think what it is, weirdly enough, so how do I even explain this? There is a lip at the bottom of my desk that is off camera, like here, and it sticks up a little bit. It's like to catch pencils. And so what it does is it makes my paper like curve up because it's like the bottom half of this page falls on the lip, so it curves up. And I think what the camera is doing is it's picking up the distance of the part of the page that is a little higher off screen. Weird, because when I push it down, it seems to focus okay. Okay, that's annoying. Too much information. Rocky wants a camera that can... Oh yeah, we said that. The only thing Rocky is incapable of focusing on is keeping up with the chat. Shouldn't that be Spring Ball Super Black? That would be amazing. Spring Ball branded ink. That would be awesome. Whoa. Be careful with the pressure, Rocky. Mighty Geek Studios says, what's up, Mighty Geek Studios? Yeah, I got a lot of pressure. What's new, everyone? That camera is not helping with the already reduced quality in my... Sorry. Rocky, you need a focus card. The autofocus looks for hard lines, and you have a few there. Maybe that's it. I do. Somebody told me I needed a card like that too, but I don't have... And is it like the focus card needs to be on frame all the time? I don't know. I'm gonna ignore it. Hopefully it adjusts and you guys don't stare at a out of focus frame for too long. All right, let's get to this. And nothing's coming off my brush. All that talking and the ink was not loaded up. First line of the day. How about that? Bring, 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 bring. It's Zaid Comics. What's up, Bill? It's STERANKO time again. That's right. It's time. It's time. We're doing it. Let's do this STERANKO justice. We are at 500 subscribers, Phil. How about that? How appropriate that it would be on STERANKO Master Study Stream. Also toyed around with with the idea of using a wireless mic. I've seen some people do it really well, where it's basically like a lapel mic that you attach. My mic's like on an arm, it's plugged in. You can kind of see the tip of it, so I can move it around. But if I had a lapel mic, I wouldn't have to worry so much about background noise or that my mouth was not angled towards the mic. So many things to remember on top of drawing live. And then one of the edits, just to remind everyone, one of the edits from the original page. So this printout is probably from the edited version, but she's missing the indication of the cleavage lines here. They just made it this weird fleshy boob in the middle. And so I have seen versions with the cleavage lines here, and we're gonna add those in because that's how STERANKO originally intended it. By golly, we're gonna honor that man. But it's really subtle. I mean, it's not. It actually looks weirder without the lines. Man, this is like watching ink dry, I say in my Stephen Wright voice. It literally is watching ink dry. That's what we do here. Happy Friday, time flies. I feel like it was just Friday a week ago. No kidding, right? It does fly. And yet it doesn't. It's kind of weird. It is I guess it kind of depends on what you're doing during the week. I personally, this week has been a little quieter other than the emergency curveball that I had on Wednesday, and that's made me want this week to end. So it's nice to be here on a Friday, but I have enjoyed. It has been other than that Wednesday, it has been a little bit more chill this week, and but tax season is coming up. You guys ready for that? Oh man, always a joy. Don't wait till the last minute for that stuff. I wonder if I should. I guess I'll just try and do the negative. Timmy Miller says, I think we're at that point where months today feel like what weeks used to feel like in the passing of time. It all moves too fast. We're already in March. It moves really fast. Everything is moving at a breakneck speed. Maybe it's just because we're getting older. Maybe. But I think also just the world is just moving remarkably fast. You can see that in the current government. You can see that in information. It's unbelievable. I always talk about that with my friends that are my age. You know, we're dealing with like aging parents or the aging generation ahead of us, and we're like, they just so reluctant to change, so reluctant to. I've had many conversations with my parents about like trying to fix their internet or like their computer or like downloading this app or whatever, just the usual stuff like that. And I'm like, are we gonna be like that when we get older? Are we just gonna not want to move or change? And I'd like to think no, but I think we are. It's inevitable. The world is just gonna keep moving faster and faster and faster, and this is gonna get faster, too fast for us. One thing I gotta practice more is these like consecutive hatch lines. I've seen other people, other inkers, they're just like so clean when, and I think it's just, it's just muscle memory, it's just practice. I'm always like, like really wobbly. Uniboob, that's right. Just say no to mono boobs. No moobs. What about a mono moob? Mono moob. At least it isn't a triple boob. True. Which was made famous by Total Recall. You guys remember that? Curveball, is there any other kind of life throws at us? No. Draw faster. Admiral whack us. Okay, I will. Goodness, too slow. See? Falling behind. What's up, Admiral whack ass? Good to see you. Higher taxes and minimal tax returns, as always. K-pop Chunky once again. Thank you for being here, K-pop Chunky. What do you think, K-pop? Is the world moving too fast, or are we just slowing down? What does it feel like for you? You move very fast when it comes to streaming and inviting people into your world, into your YouTube world. There is not a day go by that I don't see K-pop scheduling another stream. I'm just like, how in the heck does she manage it all? I can't barely keep myself up to date, let alone all the guests you have. If you guys haven't checked out K-pop's channel, do so. She's a great supporter and hub of a lot of independent comic creators. Rocky, should we have a poll if you should have a poll stream? That maybe a little later, John. If I do that right now, I for sure will not be inking fast enough. So yeah, maybe towards the end of the stream we'll see. Polls are always fun, always chaotic. Especially with you guys. Cuz always trying to like even the polls so we have no results. And if I were more suspicious, I think you guys are doing it on purpose. But no, I trust it's just the division of thought and idea on my stream. The equal balance of opposing thoughts. Rather than you guys trying to apply your shenanigans in my life. Come on, music. Nah, they're just gonna plug you into VR, but it's just some machine that incinerates you. Wow. We're in the Matrix. It's gonna be that. We are we're walking batteries for the technological overlords, which is kind of cool, but kind of not. Those little rib cage indicator lines. It's nice. Yeah, it's like I was looking through the artist edition of Kelly Jones's Batman work, and it was cool because there's one page where he was drawing a female face, and it looks like the editor made a note to make her face prettier, and because it's an artist edition, you can see the adjustments that he did to accommodate that. It was awesome because what he ended up doing was basically taking out a lot of the hatch mark and shading lines that he had originally had in there. And I say all that because as I'm inking these subtle lines on Contessa's figure, you realize, like, for females, more lines is not necessarily better. The best female artists, the best artists that draw female characters in comics, at least that I consider the best artists, have an economy of line. Because the more like lines you add to the female face, the more it feels like it's old or ugly or textured, and you want that kind of smooth, iconic beauty. So you got to be really careful with adding in too many lines on a female character's face. Although, I'm gonna pull out that Hyde Street book, because that's all about the, like, hatching. Oh my gosh. My cat. Both my cats are in here right now, snoring really loud. I thought it was the music at first. You guys have to hear this. guys hear that? It's ridiculous. It's so loud. It's louder than a human sometimes. He's a little overweight, so that's probably why. It's really loud. Wait till Rocky gets to your chats. I'm sure he'll tell you all about how he made it to 500 subs. You guys will do that for me. What Wackass said, the technocratic singularity is upon us. It's happening. It is happening. K-pop streaming machine. That's right. It's a lot of work. You know what? I appreciate it. I'm sure a lot of your subscribers appreciate it. I'm sure the creators appreciate it. K-pop. I hope you enjoy it, though. You seem to. I think the thing I love about your streams is you're just a fan. Like, you're just so excited about stuff, and you call, you say what you're excited about, and it's really fun. It's really fun. It's contagious. Oh my gosh. You're snoring so loud. Too many contrarians in the chat, Rocky. Rocky completely messed me up by mixing up the artist with the cover as at first. The one with the green on the cover was my favorite, whoever did that one. I'm not doing my job if I'm not informing you guys of the right artists that you're voting on. So I'll own up to that. I'm about to get up and wake my cat up because this is just too loud. What do you guys think about the new angle of the face camera? Is it better? Does it make a difference? Not. It's too much work for nothing. Yeah, I'll clean that up. Okay. Although the grift of thinking you can upload your consciousness is just that. You can't replicate the soul, but you, in theory, can copy the mind. But in further theory, it only sets the foundation to create digital homunculi that mimics a target person where the person in question essentially dies. Yeah. I mean, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Like, there's great things happening, and you hope people with the best intentions that are working on all these technologies. But, yeah, you never know. You never know. It's funny because it feels like maybe a year ago, if that, the whole AI dam was being held. People were like, no, and definitely in the artist community, or I should say the animation community, and those that I keep in touch with, and friends of mine and all that. Like, there is a unified front of holding the line against what AI is doing to animation. And a lot of people are freaked out because of jobs and, how quickly the technology is moving, and copyrights of the work that it's learning, that the learning models, the models that AI are learning off of. And so I have friends who are lawyers, I have friends who are artists, all different takes on what's happening. But it just felt like, oh, okay, let's not move so fast. Like, let's be very cautious. Let's hold the line on how accepted AI is in the creative arts. And then within, it felt like it was being held off for a little while. And then it was quiet, and then all of a sudden the dam broke, and it's just, you can't stop it. You can't stop the technology. So for me as an artist, and for a lot of my friends as artists, then you're like, okay, where do you go from there? Like, you can't stop it. A lot of people don't want to embrace it necessarily, and I think there's a range of reactions to that because it depends on where you stand and what you do, like what part of the creative process you are in. And so there's a few different ranges on that. And then it's all like, well, if you embrace it, you can't really tell people you're embracing it because then you're considered to be a traitor. Like, it's really crazy. So yeah, it's weird. It's a weird time. It's for sure changing the face of technology, AI, all that kind of stuff is for sure changing the face of the world right now in a very, very rapid way. And I have to balance it out with the commentary and the people that I watch, because there's people that are like freaking out. And then there's people that are like, this is awesome. This is the dawn of a new age. And I think I shared with you guys, I rode one of those driverless cars, the Waymo, which is, and when it was first being introduced into, any kind of driverless car was being introduced into the city here in San Francisco, people were like, whoa, that's creepy, that's so dangerous. And there was a whole pushback on that. And at the time it was like, Waymo wasn't even I'm going to put some Post-its here. Waymo wasn't even in the conversation when people were talking about driverless cars. It was like, there was a company called Cruise, I think, that had a bunch of these cars riding around absorbing data and creating maps. And a lot of the times there were people in the car driving them. And then on occasion you'd see a car with no driver or somebody in the passenger seat, not driving, but in the passenger seat. And you'd be like, oh my gosh, that's so weird and creepy. And I would never get in a car like that. And then there was a few lawsuits with Cruise because I think they had an accident, something, which confirmed in people's minds that this was a bad idea. And so Waymo, which had been quietly continuing driving around the city, absorbing data, and building up their fleet, came out of the ashes, or like Cruise pretty much got sued out of the city. And then Waymo came in and swooped in. And then the next thing you know, you're seeing, sorry, I'm used to staring there. Next thing you know, you're seeing these driverless cars pop up, and you know, everybody's like, oh my gosh, this is a driverless car. And it's kind of this novel thing. And now there's so many in the city, and everybody's taking them because the prices are relatively competitive with like Uber, and Uber's had a few bad press things. People have had bad experiences with Uber, Lyft, all that kind of stuff. And so Waymo is now becoming almost the norm of people taking it, at least in our city and in bigger cities. And so it's so crazy how quickly that opinion shifted. And I took a Waymo, and I was kind of freaked out taking it, but then after like 15 minutes, I was like, or not even 15 minutes, after like 30 seconds, I was like, this is awesome. I love this. So yeah, it's wild. How did I get on that subject? Oh, yes. We are going to become digital homunculi. AI is going to give us the good life without effort? I doubt. It's not going to be, AI isn't even AI. That's right. That's right. It's not going to even be, I think it's not what everybody, it's not going to be the worst of what people think it's going to be, and it's not going to be the best of what people think. It's going to be something in the middle, and we're just going to get used to it, or it's going to be the new norm. It's like with when Google Maps first appeared, or just Google in general, when you could like Google something. You're like, what is this? What? Where's this information? What's the cloud? What? Now it's like you don't even think about it. It's just part of your life. I have a good friend of mine who he's a doctor, and we were just talking about something medical, and I said, oh, why does this blah 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 blah, and he was like, I don't know, let's ask ChatGPT. And he's like, ChatGPT blah blah blah, why is this blah? And I'm like, wait, you're a doctor, aren't you supposed to know this? He's like, I don't know, ChatGPT. It was crazy. John says more lines equals looks older, right? Yes, that's a generalization. I feel like specifically in women, drawing women in stereotypically female beauty in artwork, the more lines you add, the more it feels like it's a wrinkle, it's a texture, which is not the, classic beauty that people are looking for in their imagery. So yeah, like in comics in particular, like if you have a character that had so many like contour lines and all that, it's hard to say like, wow, that's a hot girl. That character looks awesome. Compared to guys, male characters. But yeah, let me look at that Hyde Street book, because the line work in that book is so intricate and so crazy. And he's drawing girls too. We've been feeding Google and Microsoft for 30 plus years. It's true. It is true. Is the cat snoring? He is. Yes. It's the closest thing we have to a golem when you think about it, with seemingly unlimited potential that in itself is uncomfortable given our own naivete in tempting the unknown. Ooh. And then Emo says, was that the cat? Yes. Pulled me out of focus from reading over the essay one last time before I go ahead and submit. Maggie snored so loudly sometimes as well. I have a couple of videos of her doing it. It's a mess. And I'm always amazed at how quickly he goes to snoring. Like, he falls asleep fast, and then it's just like... It's pretty bad. He's kind of overweight. I feel sad. I was just trying to exercise them yesterday, and my cats are not the kind of cats that like jump up in the air and like climb all over. They just kind of sit there and like just swipe, and then if you run around, they'll follow you, but they're also smart in that they'll wait for you to come circle back around, and then they'll attack whatever it is you're playing with them. So going back to my original point about the lines on female characters, if you don't get a nice, smooth curve, just takes away from the like elegance and the beauty of the character. So there's a lot of pressure on on these lines to get them right. Well, I feel like with the male characters, you have a little bit more leeway of like hacking it out a little bit. I think I'm just gonna... Boom. She has been de-monoboobed. So say we all. Mark's music obsession misses the sound of Maggie snoring. The cat we had before our current cats lived to be about 16 years old, and I have a video that I took of him before he passed away. It was the night before he passed away. This still gets me like choked up. I have a video of him sleeping in his cat bed, and he was purring, and that was the first time I had heard him purr in a long time, because he was kind of in pain towards the end of his life. And so he was purring, and I know I wanted to remember that and remember his purr, so I recorded it. And from time to time, I'll go back and watch it, and it just makes me really tear up, because you know, it's your buddy. It's your buddy, and you remember those sounds. There is I used to have a website bookmarked. I'm sure I can find it again, but it was like automated cat purrs. They had recorded different kinds of cat purrs, and it was like almost like a soundboard you can press and turn on different kinds of cat purrs. It was kind of cool because it was like something about that sound of purring. It was so calming. I don't think they had snoring though, which is not really calming. It's kind of ridiculous, but cat purrs for sure. Face cam angles good. Less looking at the top of your head. There you go. See, I thought it would be. John says you can't outsmart God and our souls. That's right. That's all we got. That's all we're gonna have at the end of the day. It really is. Cambro's angle is a lot better. Awesome. All right. Cool. They really think AI will take over animation, but I don't really think it will work as smoothly as they think. I don't think so either. I think there are going to be parts of the process. Parts of the animation process that will be replaced or eliminated with all this technology. And maybe that's for good. I mean, like it or not, animation is such a tedious process and requires a lot of manpower, a lot of time. There's no real easy way of getting around that. And that's a huge reason why since the 70s, I'd say, animation started becoming more outsourced to companies, overseas companies, because labor in a lot of those countries is way cheaper than here in America. That's not just in the animation industry, that's in many industries, right? So like just the labor force is a lot cheaper. And so the model of outsourcing animation really took root because we just couldn't afford the size of crews here stateside for the amount of work. So that, I mean, like in the 70s and 80s, you really saw that in television animation. Most of that stuff, that's why the quality was never up to par to like feature animation at the time, because the overseas market. They for the budgets they had to produce those cartoons that we grew up with and loved, they didn't have the same budget as like a Disney movie, and so they had to find cost-cutting ways of doing it. So it's cheaper labor, it was shortcuts. That's why all the shows I grew up with, they would just reuse sequences over and over again. He-Man, Masters of the Universe, G.I. Joe, all those television shows, Transformers, they would reuse stuff. And it became a joke, and you kind of expected it, but that was the reason why. It was this budgetary things. And they would go, even feature animation too. There's a bunch of videos out there where people have taken clips from some of the older Disney movies like Robin Hood and Jungle Book, and you could see where the animators reused sequences because they were so well done, and the animation was beautiful, and then they just reskinned them with certain characters. Like I remember seeing a lot of those examples, especially with like dancing and like very physical movements, very hard to animate. And so once one of those masters did it, they were like, this is perfect. Let's reuse it in this sequence for this other movie. And so that's how they would cost cut and save money. But it really destroyed changed, I shouldn't say destroyed, but it changed the industry a lot. And so then a lot of those movies, I think I just screwed up. Well, sorry, I'm just kind of counting these leaves. A lot of these industries, fudge that. What was I saying? Animation, overseas. Oh yeah, it kind of shot ourselves in the foot a little bit, because how can you, again, the amount of time and effort to animate and create animation never changes, and the cost of labor will never match what overseas companies could do. So we're kind of stuck, and it kind of, all the pre-production, most of the pre-production would be handled here in America as best as possible, and then they would build up these overseas studios to do the actual labor of it. And you get varying degrees of quality, but as time went on, then the studios overseas started getting better and better and better. And then, of course, you had like Japan, where they were on a different level, and other studios, Korea, even China, where their quality started to rise because their industries were growing. They were getting all the work, and then they had the opportunity to inject more money into the industry, hire better talent, train better. And then we kind of got eked out of our own market. So now, with the advent of AI, there's some processes, I believe, that will be handled, or certain steps that will be quicker to handle here, and we won't have to hire overseas to do it, and then that'll just become part of the normal production pipeline. And unfortunately, that's going to change. Like, there's some people that are like, I remember when I was starting off in the animation industry, you'd have people that were like animation checkers, and they were like counting the frames, they were making sure like stuff was, it's almost like the math economy side of it, and all that stuff is, you don't need somebody with that. You don't need to hire one person doing that job anymore. That can all be automated. So yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of torn about it, about AI and all that. I saw an interview with, I think it was Ben Affleck, and he was talking about how AI is affecting the film industry. And he kind of had a smart take on it. And he was just saying, like, most of this automated technology is going to be for the, like, quick, bite-sized entertainment that we are growing accustomed to, like TikTok and YouTube and memes and all that kind of stuff. But it'll do it really well, and you'll never find a human being that can do it faster than what technology is doing. But you still need the storytellers for longer format content, for, you know, big, grand, epic stories, deep human stories. Like, technology can't really match that. So he was excited about it because he's like, why do you want to spend your time working on, like, TikTok memes? Like, focus on the, like, things that only humans can do. All right, I bet I'm really behind here. My favorite music video creator on YouTube went to AI, and now I don't like his videos anymore. He put a lot of work into the older ones, and it showed and was appreciated. Well, and I think there's going to be some... That's a great point, Mark. I think there's going to be some figuring out. We're going to be in a weird transition period where you'll have people that are solely using AI to speed up their processes and create their things. You're going to have people who came from a traditional system and are trying to use it to make their processes efficient. And then you're going to have creators that only grew up with this. Like, they never knew any better, right? Like my kids. They never knew any better. And so maybe they won't even care for a 2-hour movie anymore because their attention spans are so short. Like, they can't sit through that stuff anymore. So it's like, even though somebody can craft a story and a long format story, they're going to be like not interested in it. And they're going to be spending their time with these bite-sized content. It's weird. Weird time. It's kind of exciting, but also very strange. It's like this. I've used this word before. I've mentioned this word before. Liminality, where you're on the edge of something changing. I think that's where we are. This tension. Va-va-voom. All right, let me catch up here. I know I'm behind. I thought it was pretty rough when they told them to learn how to coal mine. Yeah, I thought it was pretty tough. Yeah, I missed that. I suspect there will be a rebound effect as people unsub views go down and he might go back. Are we talking about me? Oh, or the music video guy. Oh, yeah. Oh, I see. AI will change our lives, but less likely in ways we have yet to imagine. I agree with that, John. Anyone see the video of the robot that attacked that I saw that. Was it an attack, Timmy Mello? Was it an attack, or is it just because people... I just felt like it was like a malfunction, and it just like tried to move forward too much. Was too aggressive, like just kind of kept moving forward. But because it was framed as like, oh, it's attacking the crowd... I think that's why everybody was like, whoa. It was kind of frightening, though. It was a very aggressive move. So I did see that. Rocky, you do know Waymo is only in a few selects. I do, but that will not... I mean, I think that'll change, you know. I'm fortunate enough to be in a city that can, support the infrastructure for a company like Waymo and kind of embrace it. And I know that there's many cities in our country that cannot, but I'm pretty sure it'll eventually trickle down to like some sort of self-driving thing will get to everywhere, I would think. At least all the major cities. So, and that's a great point too. It's like, it's also, our perspective. Again, we see that in politics. I happen to be living in one of the most liberal, progressive cities in the country. And so what I see, what makes the news, the people I talk to, the people I live around, is in its own crazy bubble. And it's not just politics. It's not just with the current state of politics. It's always been that way since we've been here. It's been with housing. It's been with like I was here during the whole .com boom. And it's always been this crazy thing. And then when you venture outside of the city to another part of the country, and not even that far from outside of the city here, like it could still be in Northern California. And sometimes the perspectives are so different. You're like, oh, weird. We are not living in a reality that the rest of the country is living in. Good and bad. How dare you not look at the right cam when Next thing you know, you see in Waymo, there's also that robot with the tendon and muscle fibers that look like that faceless Adam Angel cross effigy from Neon. Oh gosh, I don't think I've seen that. That sounds scary. Introverts, that is exactly true. I consider myself an introvert, John, and I felt that riding in the Waymo. I was like, oh, I don't have to say anything. I can talk to people. Like I can call people if I want to. I can just sit here in silence and not feel like I'm not acknowledging this person's presence who's driving me around. It was great. And actually Waymo, I think it's just like a promo, but they gave me like a $20 credit to use, so I'm planning on figuring out when I can use it again. And as long as they stay competitive with the price, you don't have to tip either. So, not that I don't want to, I'm a pretty good tipper for like waiters, and I appreciate people in service industry. It's a hard industry, so I'm a pretty good tipper. But dang, you didn't have to tip on Waymo. Like, take that, robot. You can like put whatever kind of music you want from your phone into the car. You can adjust the temperature from the app. It's pretty awesome. I feel like I should have started by inking Nick Fury first, because I don't feel like I'm getting a smooth line with my hand right now. Ahoy all you sagacious scallywags. Tank Ferret. I don't think I've ever met you before, Tank Ferret. Welcome to my stream. What a cool name, Tank Ferret. I love it. Ahoy. Hi, Tank. What's up? He is really far back. The self-driving metal coffin. Referential knowledge versus learned knowledge. Deep. Admiral Wackass coming in with the deep thoughts. Tank Ferret, what's up? Everybody's saying hello to Tank Ferret. Mostly in Rocky and Shant these days and Gothics. Looking good. I do enjoy some good old analog artwork. Awesome, Tank Ferret. Yeah, that's what we're doing here. That's what these master studies are for. We're just having a conversation about AI and how quickly technology is changing our society, changing culture. And that's also a big reason why I love doing these master studies, specifically when we talk about comic art and being an artist, because I feel like the more and more technology does things for us and is able to do things at a high level, certain tasks as artists that we used to do ourselves, the more and more analog, traditional artistry will be appreciated and ultimately, I hope, valued. So I want to be on that curve. I love technology. I kind of am a techie nerd on certain things, but when it comes to artwork, there's something about the originals, the process, the mistakes, the growing, the learning that you're doing in real time that is so appealing to me and inspires me as an artist. So yeah, that's a big reason why I started doing these master studies. But welcome. I'm gonna refresh, guys. I don't know if you know this, Tank Ferret, but I just hit 500 subscribers. Maybe you're one of them. We're still at 500. So that's really good. Exercise or exorcise? Can cats be exorcised of their demons? No. Have you considered unleashing a horde of mice and birds in your house? That would be a great idea. That would be a really good idea. Yeah, that would be great. I don't know. I have 2 cats. I know one of them would do his job. The one that was just snoring, I think he wouldn't know what was happening and would probably freak out a little bit. He's never seen a hard day in his life. And he's a sweetheart. He's my favorite, but he's also kind of useless, kind of slow. He's a sweetie. I had to get a cranial rectal extraction done. Yikes, that doesn't sound like fun. Watching AI generate art on computer, watching AI use a bionic arm and pencil to actively sketch out art on paper. I saw what was it called? Something came across my Instagram feed recently. What was it called? I want to say it was like Scribbly, but it was this cool technology where you have this sketchbook holder, and apparently you can use any sketchbook in it. It just has to fit in the size of the holder. But the holder, like a folio almost, had technology built into it that tracked your pen, and so what you drew in your sketchbook traditionally would show up digitally as a digital file. It was crazy. It was this crazy technology, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. Because one of the disconnects, as good as technology is getting, one of the disconnects I always feel is like when I'm drawing on a Cintiq tablet or a Wacom tablet or whatever, the disconnect between the pencil and the artwork, it just never feels right. It doesn't feel like a real brush on paper or a pencil on paper. And you know, it's getting better and better. There's like textured screens. There's different kinds of nibs you can buy that simulate tools, but it still doesn't. I always liken it to feeling like you're ice skating with a Sharpie on the paper. Just doesn't give you the right feedback. But this technology is awesome if it works the way they advertise it to, where you're still drawing traditionally, but it's just recording that data and transferring it into a digital file. And the results from their videos, their marketing videos, looked pretty awesome. And then it converts all the lines that you're drawing into vector lines, which for those of you who know vectors, they're not resolution dependent, and so you can zoom in as far as you need, you can scale them up, you can size them up to be whatever resolution you need it to be without losing the quality of the line. So I was really intrigued by that. I was like, wow, that could be a game changer for somebody like me who loves traditional but also needs to work digitally for certain things. So yeah, I was really curious about that. It's like scribbly maybe? I'll have to look it up again. I'm sure it'll show up in my feed. Ooh, that was a little like, that was fun. Tessa's hair. Look at that curly cuteness. Women are supposed to look like plastic Barbie dolls? Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Plastic surgeons agree. Pets leave the strangest, deepest wounds. It's true. Cats usually don't know when it's their time and seem to go with a positive, lasting experience with their owner. Yeah, I've only lost... I had a cat growing up, and since I was a little kid, that cat was... We named that cat Kitty, really original name, and she was a stray cat that a friend gave us. And little did we know she was pregnant. And so I can't remember how old I was really young, but I was there when she gave birth. Like I witnessed her giving birth. It was really crazy. It was so traumatic, but it also bonded me to that cat because I was kind of there for these kittens being born. But then I left we had her for a long time, and then I left for college, and my parents kept her. Then they moved around a lot, and so they had to give her away, so I never saw her at the end of her life, which was kind of sad. I never knew what happened to her. But the cat that I just talked about, when he passed away, that was my first experience of a cat that I had as a kitten pass away, and it was very, very painful. And these cats we have now, oh my gosh, I can't even tell you. They have become so part of our family that it's gonna be bad. Whew. This is a tricky face. Just the incorrect flick of the wrist and she could be wall-eyed. I'm not gonna risk it. I'm gonna move to very thin pen here to do these lips. Tank Ferret says, later folks, off to eat breakfast. See you later. Tank Ferret, like, share. Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming. Hope to see you again soon. Note to self, the band-aid snagging on the keyboard is not pleasant. Ah, for your fingernail? Oof. How far back is Rocky with the chat now? Like 5 hours. Always in a state of flux, then we pass. Robot attacked a what? Jay Ryan, yesterday I managed... Oh, yes. Sounds painful. Technicians at the event had to pull the robot back after that strange incident. Mm-hmm. Rocky thinks SF is supporting Waymo infrastructure, not that they're guinea pigs. No, we're for sure guinea pigs. We for sure are for that robot army. Your driver should only speak when spoken to, Rocky. I guess. Sometimes you get those overly friendly drivers. You're like, dude, just like, let's not do this. Let's not do this. I'm gonna give you 5 stars. Just like, let's just chill. But you know, you don't want to be a jerk. Boom. That's her face. All right, let me just check. I feel like... All right, I'm gonna catch up here before I move on to the next line weight or line stroke. Old man stream time. What's up, awesome one?
Yes, that's awesome.
Awesome one. I don't know if you knew this, but 1, camera's over here now, trying this out. 2, refresh. 500 subscribers, buddy. We did it. Awesome one. Glad you can be here to celebrate with us. Rocky needs coffee for smoothing, or maybe not. I drank quite a strong coffee this morning, John, so maybe that's part of my problem. Random pet video from Awesome One. Thank you. Tank Ferret has already left the chat by the time. Yep, I did. Perhaps Admiral Wackass should have told Rocky to read faster instead of ink faster. Bone, what's up, Bone? Just subscribed recently. Awesome. Thank you, Bone. Maybe you were 500 or 499 or 498. But glad to see you. You are obviously a cat person as well. Is that the name of your cat, Bone? Or do you like the comic Bone, which is a fantastic comic series? That's something I've never talked about on stream before, is Jeff Smith's Bone. It's a brilliant, brilliant comic series. And I have that, what do they call it? The like complete collection or whatever. It's this cool format. It's black and white. It's awesome. Bone's incredible. But welcome. Share your favorite cat video, Bone. There will be many, many fly-by-night AI operations which will crop up and disappear. Yep. Just like .com. I have a former boss who, during the whole .com thing, he was saying it was the craziest thing, and he was an executive producer, so he dealt more with like the business aspect of it. But he said he had never seen anything like it before, and it was the equivalent of taking a cannon that shot out money and aiming it at a toilet. That was his description of .com, and he was kind of right. It's just crazy, just trying things out, which is fun. It's kind of a cool, like that whole startup world is what Silicon Valley and the Bay Area is about. So there's always a lot of innovation and interesting ideas and all that, but there is an aspect of like, what? Are you serious? You're spending how much money on that? It's many a story of that. All right. Kind of tightening up some of these lines here. The pen. She's like, why, hello. Hello, Nick Fury. You've seen this rose. My Hurion drawing tablet is taking up dust. Oh, Hurion. Is that must be a competing brand with Wacom? Wacom? Rocky's yapping almost got me to 4 full pages, even after the amount I ended up editing out to make it more cohesive. That's what I'm here for. I am the equivalent of 8-point single space conversation for essays. I can help you out in that if you just record it word for word. Comrade Sammy is back, dressed for the day, making actual coffee. Awesome. Everybody's saying happy Friday to Bone. Upgraded her clothes just for me. Thank you, Comrade Sammy. I can tell. John says introverts in cities, kind of a bad combo, right? You'd be surprised at how many people are introverts that I know. Maybe introverts attract introverts. But yeah, 500 subs, dude. That's right. Kind of crazy. Say something. Ketchup tears. To think that driverless cars are a thing partly because we can't stand being around other people, and sadly it's a positive in many cases. I don't know if that was the driving factor of driverless cars. Driving factor? Huh? But it for sure is a selling factor for a lot of people. Bone says, I'm leaving here in about 20 minutes, but then I got an hour drive to get home. And hopefully it hasn't been 20 minutes since you just said that, Bone. Famous last words. I think I know Bone from the Culturecation people, maybe. I don't know. Ignore us. Yes, yes, yes. Bone is a big fan of Bone, Thugs, and Harmony. Really? Mark's Music Obsession says Bone is a fellow Floridian. Oh, okay. Awesome. My cat is Cleo. Oh, super cute. What a cute face. I love cats. Get home safe to Cleo. People didn't understand the internet and its implications. Yeah. Yeah, I think, people thought they knew what the internet was going to do to change our lives, and then we got TikTok. Then we got memes. We didn't get flying cars. We got TikTok. Cranberry Langers. Cranberry.
This is a cranberry.
Cranberry.
Full of power.
We made it, dude. We got 500 subscribers. I don't know if you saw that. 500. We made it. We made it. We made it. Super exciting. 501 I see now. Does anybody else see that? 501? Holy moly. What in the blue blazes? Nice. Wait. Is this your other profile picture, Bone? That's amazing. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. I probably only have 250 subscribers and all of you guys double subscribe. Hey, I'll take it. I like you're talking to yourself, Rocky. It reminds me of a guy. Oh my goodness. 501. Essay is double spaced. No, now you made me curious as to how long it is with normal spacing. Oh my gosh. Awesome one's an introvert who picks on intro. That's a different level of introverts. Yes, congratulations. You did it. So exciting. LOL. With 1.15 spacing, it's 2 full pages and then like 5 lines into a third. That's a lot. I didn't see that you got 500, but congrats. And I caught up. Perfect timing. I caught up. Okay. Let me see. Where am I moving to next? I'm going to move on to good old reclining Nick here. Yeah, it's exciting. Very exciting. 500 subscribers. I had that crazy idea that we would hit it by the end of last year. Not to be, but not too bad. Middle of March. Not too shabby. And it's cool too, because when you tell people, I mean, I know in the grand scheme of things, it's not a huge amount as far as YouTube's concerned. But when I tell my friends who know I do this, or I tell new people who I know who do this, they're like, oh, wow. Like, it's one of those, like, before when I started, it was like, and I've got 14 subscribers, and people are like, oh, good job. That's great. That's cool. But when you tell people 500, people are like, oh, wow, that's pretty decent. So that's fun. It's all silly. Boy. Actually, let me start here on this arm. Oh, I saw on this one stream. I was gonna try it out. I didn't try it out. But so the software that I use to stream is called Ecamm. It's great software. And and one of the things that Ecamm has done maybe within the last 4 or 5 months is they've incorporated Zoom into Ecamm. So it's for people that do like webinars or just like multiple panel discussion kind of thing. So you can zoom into it. But I've seen it used on another person's stream where they had call-ins. It's kind of like a call-in radio show, which I thought was kind of neat. I don't know what I would do with that technology. So it's not video. I mean, you can do video, but you can opt to just do audio. And I thought that would be kind of cool to do like a call-in, but about what? I don't know. I just wanted to try it out. I can have you guys call in and talk. So it's just not me all the time. But I know that can get bananas really fast. Especially with some of you guys. But it would be cool. Yeah, the YouTube grind is real. It's real. It's hard work. It really is. And it's, at least for me, you got to believe in what you're doing and enjoy it and believe that you're putting something good out there. Otherwise, there's many a times you wake up in the middle of the night, or even as you're thinking about what you're doing and going, what am I spending my time doing? Does this matter? And it fluctuates. You just gotta ride the wave, and just, if there's anything I've learned from the millions of YouTube content creator videos, it's to just say you just gotta stick with it. Just gotta keep grinding. That is the key to success, is just to keep grinding. That's what we do. And you gotta wonder, with going back to the conversation of like AI and automated stuff and robots taking over the world, you gotta wonder, like, a lot of people talk about generations that don't go through like a war, and how that changes the culture because you've never lived in like wartime, and what that means, and how that builds up resilience and whatever, patriotism, or all these kind of things when you're not met with adversity. So you got to wonder, in the conversation of everything coming instantly and quickly, and you don't have to like grind at something to get results. Like, how does that shape humanity? Sure, a lot more opportunity comes, but then if you and I'm sure you'd be grinding at something else, but I always wonder that, like, for my own kids. I'm like, you guys gotta learn that, like, life is not instant. Life does not come. You gotta fight for what you believe in, and you gotta work hard to achieve success, or to accomplish something. Sometimes not even to achieve a success, just to accomplish something. And there's something innately good about that. It's not bad. Work is not always just bad. So how do I eliminate working hard? That's something I don't know if this generation, the younger generation, is learning those lessons necessarily. I don't know. Am I going to offend some of you? Who cares? Suck it up. There's like all this upheaval that's going on with the country right now. All this change. People are like freaking out, and I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be painful. There's gonna be changes that people aren't gonna like. You kind of have to like adapt, adjust, accept. Grind harder, Jay. That's a solution. Random comment from my second account for fun. Nice. Thanks, Mark. I put up 2 Godzilla videos just the other day. Awesome one. What more do you want? Jeez. Drop a crow makeup tutorial. Maybe that will drive some traffic, Jay Ryan. That would be amazing. Emo is still crowing about that. Everyone loves the crow. I do. I have a background check request. Wait. Oh, but I know what, from which company. The one company already told me they wanted me, but they just had to do the background check. Nice. Another random pet video from Awesome One. What is this? Now I'm curious. What is this? Ugh, ads. Yeah, it's like watching commercials. This generation is just like, oh my gosh, I can't watch commercials. It's like, I used to love commercials. I was in a... This is a stupid video. I was in a... Where was I? Oh, I was shopping and with a friend, and we were just talking about all the different jingles we used to grow up with for like cereal, for like toys. And we used to love those. Love watching commercials. And now it's like, oh, how do I pay money to skip watching commercials? Like, get to the content. But they used to be an art form. Most of the work that I had when I first started in the animation industry was working on commercials. And like when you got an animated commercial, that was like the coolest thing ever. But they don't do those. They rarely do those anymore. Because nobody likes to watch commercials. Oops. Good luck on the job hunt, Cranberry. Could try others as well. Doesn't have to be exclusively the crow. Have people call you and comment in your work or just chat? I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool though that you could do that. So I don't know what I would do with that functionality. Not to say that I have to do anything with it, but I was like, wow, you could do that. I wanted to try it out. Might be interesting. Could be a disaster, but it might be interesting. Wait, I'm supposed to enjoy doing YouTube. I see. I got you, John. Forgot I had Spotify in the background. Nice. Rocky's music stopped for a second. I was hearing voices. Technology comes with less work in one area to reveal new areas requiring work. There you go. Yeah, I agree. Changes the industry. And it's painful to be part of that change, especially if your job or part of your job is disappearing. But yeah, I think we just have to look at it as like the opportunity to shift or learn something new or excel in something that you never thought you could be a part of. So I guess I'm making like AI political videos. I think that's my future. I'm grinding, working hard now. Gotta work hard, so I'm gonna ignore chat and ignore you, Rocky. Ciao. See you later, Cranberry. That's right. Who cares? Oh man, it up. Emo Trash says she'd go to therapy and come out hearing more voices. Really? But maybe they'd be the good ones for once. A1, Awesome One wants 3 Godzilla Crow vids, Jay. Get on that. Guy's picking on Jay Ryan. Don't pick on that guy. You used to love commercials, Rocky, because they used to be good. It's true. It's true. And there was money being put into commercials. So, man, I remember the best commercials I got to work on, like Nike commercials or Sony commercials. And they were cool. They would hire the best because there was budget and money for those. You would be able to hire the best talent, and they would just come out looking so awesome, and they'd be like a piece of art that ultimately was selling you a product. But it was like, yeah, I should dig up some old cool commercials, but particularly some of those Nike commercials were really awesome that I had the opportunity to work on or be around people that were working on it. There was a director who I worked with and kind of mentored me for a certain time. His name was Ed Bell, and he had this awesome hip-hop urban style to his work. And he worked on like the Ren and Stimpy show. He worked on Bebe's Kids, which was like this crazy feature film about this African-American family based on this guy's stand-up comedy. But anyway, Ed Bell was amazing. He was an amazing artist and designer, and he got to direct some of the coolest commercials for Nike and Sony in his style, and everybody was like clamoring to work on them because it was awesome, and they had, you know, awesome teams, great concepts. They don't do that anymore. Ads? No YouTube Premium? No, I'm too cheap. Do not pay to stop seeing ads. Just get an ad blocker. Don't let YouTube win. Gotta go. See you later. All right, see you later, Bone. Nice meeting you. Thank you for coming here and subscribing with your 2 accounts. I appreciate it. No more schoolwork is being done today. Hey, you just finished that long paper. That's awesome. You deserve a break today. Hey, wasn't that an ad? If you do not like learning, change is hard. It's true. It's true. We could pick on you instead if you'd like, Rocky. You could. You could. That could be a thing. Call in and pick on me. I don't know. That wouldn't be that fun. Equal opportunity insulting. Yes. Yes. Everyone gets picked on around these parts. No one is safe. It's true. I love seeing how artists like simplify folds and what they have to do to indicate a fold, but like just their not symbolism, but like abstraction, how they abstract folds. It's awesome. Like I see it in STERANKO's stuff, but I also see it in like Jack Kirby's stuff. Like his folds, even his folds and his clothing looked like it was getting punched like 100 miles an hour. Everything was dynamic and full of energy. I was thinking about the comic artists that we looked out closely yesterday. Joe Quesada, Larry Stroman. The one we polled on. Larry Stroman, Joe Quesada, and Jay Lee. And like that whole point of like, why was this artwork so exciting for me as a kid? And I think with all three of them, even though their styles are so different, it just jumped off the page. There was like an energy and excitement about it. And that's the Kirby way. Like that, he established that for superhero comics early on, and everybody else kind of followed suit. And I think that's important. That's key. That's always something that I keep in mind with when I'm looking at artwork that I like, but also like in the future with my own artwork. It's got to be like super exciting, regardless of what's happening on the page. My gosh, you guys are talking food. Oh yeah, it's getting close to food time for... Go feed yourself, emo trash. Hey, I did my 6 hours of work for the week, 3 hours Monday and 3 hours yesterday. There you go. You gotta love learning and trying new things, techniques, etc. Being an artist is a constant evolution and adaptation of new skills and knowledge. Yeah. And I think as we get older, we like get set in our ways, but yeah, you have to keep that spirit of learning. You always have something to learn. I think that's the incredible thing with the information age that we're living in now. Like you can learn anything, almost anything, just by looking on YouTube or Googling it. Somebody has figured out a way to document or teach about whatever it is you're interested in. So there's almost no excuse other than laziness or not a willingness to learn. And don't get me wrong, I can get like that sometimes. I'm like, nah, I don't want to. It's too much effort. Like my wife's the kind of person, if we go to different countries, she like starts learning the language. She likes to learn the phrases and then she's a quick learner too, so she can usually, hold a simple conversation, and it does her well, does us well when she does that at other countries. But I'm like, I don't really want to. I don't want to really learn the language. Time to clean my brush. I'm starting to see the line split, the bristles split. I actually have to clean my water. It's my slow time. That being said, I only work about 12 to 14 hours a week during my busy time, which is summer. I have my own small business, Mark's Music Obsession. Cool. Cows are tastier as burgers and ribs. I ate some ribs last night. Pork ribs, though. They're quite good. Guess I'll move myself and go look. Are you talking about for lunch? Learning is an art itself. It is. It is. And people, I'd argue, people who do well in this world are people that love learning or move ahead in this world. Okay, I'll be right back. Let me clean my water and take a bathroom break. I'll be right back. Thank you guys. Hang in there. Go get a snack. What are we at? 5:01. Holy moly. That's awesome. All right, I'll be right back. All right, boom. Clean water, clean bladder. Let's finish up here on Fury. I think I'll finish up on Fury and might like half an hour more if I can do it. How are you guys all doing? Rocky, skipping some of the comments which add context. Did I? I missed stuff? What did I miss context about? Deceptively sunny outside, beautiful, but only 69. Too chilly for a boat ride for me, colder on the water. Oh, that sounds perfect. 69. I think that's what we're at. What are we out here? Oh no, we're at 60. We're at 60 right now. Granted, I'm not on the water, but... I see. I'd totally run my own business someday because my boss would be sick. There's the truth. There's the truth. You'd think it'd be great to be on your own boss, but then you got to be the boss. And I speak from experience there. It's like, oh shoot, now I got to be responsible. Dang. I think that coffee did me in this morning because my lines are just not well. Sometimes it works as an artist, and sometimes it doesn't. I mean, it's not bad, but I can just tell like my line control is not the greatest today. But that's okay. My stunning wit is right. Cricket. Cricket. Clean bladder, clean hearts. Did you guys ever watch that show, Friday Night Lights? They had a motto. It was, oh gosh, clean hearts, clean hands, clean hearts, or something. It was kind of their motto. It was like Friday Night Lights was about a small town in Texas and like a high school football coach. It's a great show, really great show, and it was based off of the movie of the same name. And Kyle, what is the name of the actor on that? He's going to be in the new Green Lantern, or he is the new Green Lantern. And he's an awesome actor. So I'm excited about that casting. He always plays this like super likable, like down to earth guy. But they had this motto after he would like coach up the football team, and they would say, clean hands, clean hearts, clean hands, clean hearts. I think that was the motto. Mine is clean bladder, clean hearts. It doesn't work as well. Jay Ryan. Silly man. John, nope. What? That I wouldn't listen to me? Add 10 to that and I'm good, Jay. 79. That's almost too hot for me. Rocky, you were your own boss and then became other people's bosses as well. Slightly different. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, being a boss isn't easy. It can be incredibly rewarding, especially if you like the team you're working with. But it's also really hard if you like the team you work with. Because you can't always be their friend. You got to make the tough call sometimes. Got to keep it professional, obviously. There was this one time, I don't know if I've ever shared this before, but there's this one time that I was working on a project. This was at my own studio. I was working on a project, and myself and my partner, we had to take a client call, and we worked all night long. Like, it was like a all-nighter with our team on this project, and we were busting our butts. They were killing it. They were like working so hard, sacrificing, and great attitudes, just putting in a lot of work, a lot of heart into it. And we made the delivery, and we had a client call shortly thereafter, after the delivery, and the client just like reamed us on the phone. It was one of the worst client calls I've ever had in my life. And it wasn't our fault. Like, it wasn't because we screwed up. It was just this client was really difficult and just had unrealistic expectations and just was not a great communicator. And so he just reamed us. And I felt like our skin just got like ripped off during that call. And we had to go out after that conference call and face our team, who had stayed up all night. They were exhausted, but they were really happy. Everybody was proud of the work they delivered. And we had to face our team and tell them, like, yeah, we got some edits. We have to, change some things here. And we didn't want to demoralize them. They didn't deserve that, and they had worked so hard. So we had to go out there and pretty much just put on a brave face and guys, it's awesome. We are so grateful for what you guys did. We gotta, we still got some work to do. We gotta change this. The client wanted this and this, and we had to like couch it in a way that it wouldn't destroy our team if they had received it directly from the client. Man, that was so painful. And that was one of those days where it was like, you just gotta take one for the team and protect your team, but at the same time, you got to get the job done. That was brutal. Coolly. I'm sorry. I'm going to thicken up your pants here, Nick, because you look a little thin in the bottom. Oops. You guys are seeing the original, not my drawing. It's really nice when the weather aligns like that. Numbers. I was others' boss before. I like dealing with myself only much better. Rocky got stunned by what now? Nice brushwork. Thank you, Mighty Geek Studios. See, somebody's paying attention. Thank you. Kyle Chandler. Yes, he's awesome. I wanted to say Kyle Rayner, but that's Green Lantern, or one of the Green Lanterns. Yes, Kyle Chandler. He was in, I think he was in a Godzilla movie too. He's a great actor. I like him a lot. And I think he was cast as, I want to say, was it Hal Jordan? At least that's what the rumors are. Chandler Kyle, something like that. I think it's Kyle Chandler. I think you're right. Man, the worm's eye perspective is one of the harder angles to cover, even from working with reference material. Yep. Worm's eye and bird's eye from either. Yep. Yeah, it's hard. And some artists like Casada, we were looking at yesterday, right? He does that. Like, I feel like he does that to like show off. Like I can draw on this angle because he does it a lot. Like these top-down angles on. His character's drawing. It's very common. Speaking of worms, I took a walk this morning. This is how weird I am. I saw a worm. You guys know how much I hate worms. And I was like, I should take a picture of this and post it on social media just to remind people how much I hate worms. I didn't though. It was gross. It was really gross. I'm gonna show you guys. Wait, let me finish the ink on my brush. I'm gonna show you guys. This worm is disgusting. It was on the walkway I was walking on, and it had obviously wandered off the grass. And it was just squirming there, trying to find grass. It was gross. Almost done with this Fury. Ick Fury hair. Last weekend's Mardi Gras parade in Pensacola was great. Spent time with my niece and nephew. Got draped in 4 pounds of beads. Nice. Used to do that. Oh yeah, well, that's what I was gonna do. I'll show you guys. This is gross. Ugh. I don't know why I did this. Okay, I hope you guys ate your lunch already. Poor Rocky had to face the wrath of a Karen. No, it wasn't a Karen. It was a... I don't know. What do you call a male Karen? He was just really difficult. It was really crazy. He was actually an accomplished director too, so that was kind of the disappointing part of it. I liked the guy, but his expectations for that particular job were highly unrealistic, especially for what he was paying us for. And yeah, wasn't the same after that. That relationship wasn't the same after that. Okay. My crew never heard the complaints directly. I took all the instructions and feedback directly. I took from the judge and fellow department heads in meetings and then instructed them. I had 30. Wow, Mark. That's crazy. Do we even see worms these days? You're about to. All right, let me... Where's that worm? Ooh. Oh, I don't... All right. Let me see if I can do this right. This... All right. Sorry, America. Here we go. Isn't that gross? Isn't that the worst thing you've ever seen? Oh. I can't. It's nasty. Ugh. It was so long and it was gross. John Buscema does bird's eye views that make you think you can fly. He was a master. Total master. John, make it quick. Come back and see this worm. Currently outside at the moment. Kind of nice day, actually. Nice. Yeah, it's windy. Very windy on the East Coast. Going on right now. Rocky, I'm busy cooking mine, but I'm here. A male Karen is a Ken. Oh, okay. Ken. Found some sausage and an... Whoa, next to a worm. Sausage and onion I did cook, so I'm working with it. I'm here for this worm, and then I'm back. Yep. That's a worm. It's gross. It's totally gross. I don't... So that's what happened to Earthworm Jim after the cancellation. Usually you don't see him this long. I think it had to be... I don't know. 5-6 inches, maybe? It's gross. Hey, he would be tasty on... No. No. It was this, and it was crawling. Ugh. It's like desperately like, I need moisture or dirt. Yeah. I take it that you've never been fishing. I have, but I have not been. I'm not a fisher by any stretch of the imagination. I've been fishing a long time ago when I was a kid, and I don't think we ever used live worms. We used crickets before, and flies, or you know, the artificial bait, but not live worms. I don't think I'd be able to handle it. It's gross. So gross. All right, let me get off of this worm. Ugh. All right. So let's see. Where are we at? We got this. We got Fury. Just trying to think if I need to do any corrections with this pen. And then I think I'm going to call it. Yeah, I really like how these Pit pens, I'm sure Pigma pens are like that, this too, but these Pit pens, the ink in the Pit pen melds really well with the Indie ink. Sometimes when you use pens and then pens and brush and you combine it, they kind of have a different color, different black or opacity, but these work really well. Fix that. And then Contessa and her. That's cool. We'll get to the, I'll start working on the environment. I should do the gun now. Maybe that'll be the last thing I do. The infamous gun. Which I actually didn't have a good reference for that when I was penciling it, because I was working off of a very crappy scan. But now that I have this cleaner printout, it's easier to see. This is such a weird gun design. All right. Oops. Kind of anticlimactic there. I'll start working on the plot thickens. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. Birds and fish can't be wrong, Comrade Sammy. Yeah. Hopefully you're not talking about the worm. Tell that to Rocky. He would disagree with the birds and the fish. I did post the Pelican Dive Bomb show this morning on my channel now. Have been tons of birds out on the water by the house today. More fish coming back around with the warmer temps. That's cool. What about the dolphins? There been any dolphins, Mark, now that the fish are coming back? I'm assuming they're all, like, related. Most people fail to understand that Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. was a reflection of the world during the Cold War. For sure. For sure. How's he doing? Who, me? Or Nick Fury? Or the worm? All right, did I miss anything? I think we're good. We are good. All right, let me see. Let me refresh. What is this? 501. Amazing. Love it. That's great. I didn't realize that we would hit 500 during this stream. I'd hoped, but I didn't realize I would. So excited. Oh, is Cranberry back? Is that what you were asking, Mac? Back then, paranoia inspired a lot of entertainment. Yeah, there's a lot. It's a lot. I like paranoid things. That's one of the running themes in the stories I love and the stories I like to tell is that what you see is not necessarily what is reality. And that there's always a different side to that, whether that's spiritual or conspiracy or whatever. I think it's so fascinating. So yeah, for sure. The Cold War, all that kind of stuff. It's really entertaining to kind of let your mind fantasize what that could be, whether that's lizard people or, a secret cabal behind the scenes or the Matrix, like robots using us as batteries, all that kind of stuff. Really fascinating. See some dolphins more days than not, just have to pay more attention. Food is cooking. Good job, emo trash. Alrighty, Roo. I think that I'm going to call it today for today's work. It wasn't as much as I thought it would get done, but it was a lot just because it's 2 figures. This is how the whole page is coming along. Very exciting, very exciting. I think I'll probably work on some of the more technical stuff. I might do this stuff off stream. Definitely want to work on these guys off stream. Let's see if we can, maybe what I'll do or try and set as a goal is inking the non-figure stuff off stream, these, and then doing one more stream where I finish off on these 2 panels. I think that would be a good goal because I want to wrap this up, but I also want to give the time that it deserves. Don't want to drag it out too far because we got to start thinking about what's new for this channel for 500 subscriber Rocky Ballesteros channel. What's that going to look like? What are all the kind of different shenanigans we're going to do, the different things we're going to try, refresh, I'd mentioned a couple times of wanting to do like a different kind of intro for my master studies versus my Wednesday comics. Maybe try this. I got to do a test of that call-in thing, the Zoom call-in thing. That could be kind of cool. Trying to have more guests on here would be cool. That's always fun to have a conversation with people. I don't know if for all you OGs that have been here since the beginning, do you guys remember I had my super nostalgia stream where I connected with my middle school buddies who we all started reading comics together, and we had a couple streams talking about Longshot and was it Uncanny X-Men? I can't remember, but Longshot and Fall of the Mutants. Was that right? Yeah. Definitely Longshot. Anyway, we had 2 streams where we had a discussion. I think I need to call them back and see if they're available to do a like 500 celebratory stream with me. It was always fun talking with them and just catching up with them about comics. So yeah, got to plan some stuff out now. We've hit that threshold. Hopefully we don't dip under 500. Got to get the watch hours up, and it's really cool. It's really exciting, and thank you guys so much for being a part of it, for helping me out, for spreading the word, for inviting your friends. It's been a blast. It's been a real blast, and I'm so excited to see where this could go now that we've hit this benchmark. Congratulations again, Rocky, and the people who contributed to it, including you, Cranberry. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Good stream, Rocky, and congratulations on the 501. That's right, Levi's 501. Definitely got to go fishing this year, Timmy Mello says. Looking good, Rocky. Thank you, Art and Times J. Ryan. I hear worms are a good addition to any meal, emo. No. Personally, I like the Comics Yeah or Comic Snap. I agree. I just felt bad that I was always asking Marty, but Marty's so funny and he's so good to have on stream. So maybe we should do I got to revisit. I'm going to go watch what we did before and see how we can do a 500 anniversary version of those things. But I did like that. I do remember your super nostalgia streams. This was fun. Yes, I believe you did 2 of those streams with your friends. I did. Yes, the OGs. It was awesome. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm eternally grateful for your support and your friendship and your conversation, and that you guys just come and show up all the time. I'm amazed. And I've had such a great time getting to know you guys some more. And we'll keep doing it. Like Shant says, let's go to 1,000. That sounds crazy, but 500 sounded crazy before. Okay, I'm going to let you guys go. Have a great rest of your Friday. Great weekend. I will talk to you guys soon. Hopefully soon, beginning of next week. All right, take it easy. Check out the credits. Who was the #1 person here for the 500 stream? You'll find out now.